Our next honoree is really amazing, and you're going to be amazed when you see the video. Why don't we just roll it, boys, because it's really great.
For over 50 years, Russ Morash has worked behind the scenes to produce some of the most iconic and enduring programs on television. Almost single-handedly, he created How To Television. Russ joined the staff of a fledgling WGBH in 1957. He immediately put his theater degree to work directing on-air talent.
Ruth Ann's Camp is now open for all good campers.
Hi there, boys and girls. How are you today?
Maintenant, nous, allons dans le magasin.
Hello, I'm John Fitch, MIT science reporter.
Tonight, from Boston, in color, The Advocates.
In 1963, he began working with a little-known cookbook author. Her name was Julia Child.
I've been rooting around in my icebox and look what I found.
From a makeshift studio in Boston, they created The French Chef. Under his direction, Julia took her first steps into the brave new world of How To Television and into a partnership that would last for 30 years.
We're having 4 vegetarians for dinner tonight. I mean, we're not going to eat them, but I have to make a vegetarian dinner.
In 1975, Russ turned a forgotten corner of the WGBH parking lot into a lush garden.
Crockett's Victory Garden.
And opened up the world of backyard gardening to both experts and novices.
Hello, I'm Russ Morash for Crockett's Victory Garden.
By 1979, Russ had turned his attention to home renovation.
Hello, I'm Bob Vila. The purpose of our series is to show you the many steps involved in taking an old house that's fallen on really hard times and saving it, turning it back into a home that a family can be proud of.
This old house started a TV revolution. For 35 years and almost 900 episodes, it's made stars out of its team of contractors and craftsmen and inspired an entire nation to have the confidence to do it themselves.
Nice and easy, everybody together. Oh yeah!
In 1989, Russ tapped a handsome young carpenter to be the star of another how-to gem.
Hi, I'm Norm Abram, and this is the New Yankee Workshop.
The New Yankee Workshop continued for 21 seasons, dovetailing clear instruction with a passion for woodworking.
There is no more important safety rule than to wear these safety glasses.
After almost 30 years in the TV industry, Russ continued to be a game changer. In 2002, he launched Ask This Old House, providing homeowners with the confidence to tackle everyday projects around the home.
I've learned so much today. It's incredible.
As always, it's serious work by master craftsmen.
Danger, Kevin O'Connor, danger.
What is going on here?
I can get anywhere in a matter of seconds.
How'd that work?
All Russ's creations incorporate a simple but revolutionary idea. Clear, authentic, engaging information from the experts themselves. Over 54 years, Russ created a cast of beloved and trusted characters. In the process, he carved his name indelibly into the history of television.
And here to present the award is Chris Wolf, who's the general manager today of This Old House Productions. Chris?
It is an honor to be here. It is an honor to be able to bestow this award to Russ. I am the executive producer of This Old House, and 17 years ago, I had a job interview with Russ for the position of associate producer at This Old House. And I hadn't met him before, but I knew him by reputation. And I knew that Russ did not suffer fools gladly. He does not suffer fools, period. So I was a bit daunted at the prospect of going into that interview. But I must have done something right, and a couple of weeks later I got the call that I got the job. And I hung up the phone. I jumped up and down on my bed at the news that I was going to be able to work at This Old House. I ran around in circles. I literally could not contain myself with the excitement. And at the time, I was excited because I knew that I would have a chance to work with my heroes. I had watched the show as a teenager, as an adult, and the craftsmen that Russ had selected for the show were experts in their field. They taught their trade, their skilled trade, to a television audience, and that was different than anything else on television. So the chance to work with that crew was an incredible honor for me at that time. Several of those contractors, those experts from the show are here tonight, and I am incredibly indebted to them for all that they have taught me. Roger, Richard, Norm, they're here, and we're thrilled to have them. So, yes. What I didn't know at that point is that there was another craftsman who I would learn a lot from, who would affect my life, my career, my professional work, and that was Russ himself. Russ is every bit the expert as the people that he has selected for his various programs. He taught me an enormous amount about home improvement, about home construction, about television production and storytelling. But more important than those things, as important as they have been to my life, is that Russ, by example, taught me and everyone around him what it means to have a standard of excellence that you do not compromise on. And he went into every shoot, whether it's an episode or a series or a segment that he was shooting, he went into every shoot with the expectation that almost by his sheer force of will, he could realize his vision. Whatever his vision was for that segment, he was going to see that it was achieved. And that is something that I have taken from him, that I know that we all have learned from him. And it's remarkable to watch him at work, and it's truly been an honor for me. When you look at the work that he's done, his effect is incredible. I did the math. I think he is responsible for over 100 broadcast seasons of television. The shows that he has created, when you talk about This Old House, Ask This Old House, Crockett's Victory Garden, New Yankee Workshop, his effect extends far beyond Boston, far beyond this room, far beyond television, really. So if you have ever learned how to do anything from watching television, I think you should say thank you to Russ Morash. He did it first, and he does it better than just about anybody. So it's a true honor for me to be here to see him get this award. Please welcome Russ Morash.
Now look, as I said recently, show's getting a little long. So I will be very brief, because I'd like to see the Red Sox beat the hell out of the Yankees tonight. This has been a very well-produced event. I am honored to be a part of it. I wanted to reach out to Bill Fine, who first contacted me about this potential award, which is now, I guess, a reality, Bill. And thanks very much for that. I'll get you for this. We left Nantucket this morning in the rain and the wind to get here. And I have with me my beautiful wife, Marion, who is a partner of my entire career, and without her, none of this would have happened. Or at least it might have changed. Thank you. And I wanted to do two things, and then that's it. I wanted to thank my parents who stood by me when I was a very young man. They were convinced that I had a career in show business. And to that end, when I was 16 years old, I was enrolled in a summer program at what was called the Cambridge School of Broadcasting, radio broadcasting. It was a little office at the time at the Little Building, which is not far from the Colonial Theater on Boylston Street. And the summer, I believe it was 1951 or 52, I was 16. And there I was for a few weekend, I think it was like a Friday, every Friday afternoon we would go in and assemble. And I get to read scripts before a microphone and learn how to become a broadcaster like all of you guys are. Of course, I didn't learn much at all at that point, but it started me on my way. Thank you, Mother. It was a great, great journey. And I also wanted to reach out to my good friends at WGBH, without whom none of this would have been possible. They've been with me right from the beginning. 50 years is a long time. And I couldn't imagine doing it without them. And more recently, our friends at This Old House, and Eric Thorkelson is here, the real brains of the outfit behind what is now left of This Old House, and in charge of the future of what's going to happen to This Old House and its progeny. And I've been very fortunate to be with these wonderful people, some of whom are here tonight. So thank you again for this great honor. I appreciate your patience in letting me tell this part of the story. Thank you.